competitor called Wattbike. And it just so happens that the person urging him to switch was the chief executive of Wattbike. And he just happens to join me now. Richard,
this is a very good story.
Apart from the fact that you'd be buying British instead of American, what's the sort of sales pitch for Wattbike over Peloton?
Oh, well, look, we'd love to get the Chancellor on a Wattbike. He seems to be dedicated to his fitness, and we can take
Live from Nottingham.
The difference there is that we're about the bike. We've got a well-engineered bike, very sophisticated, but really easy to use. And we can take him on a journey. We can tell him what data he's producing. We can then plan out that journey for him in terms of what goals he wants to achieve. And he can see that data live, and he can look at it back afterwards and making sure that he is making progress through his fitness journey.
We've just shown on the screen, Rich, the tweet that you sent to the Chancellor, hashtag get Richie on a Wattbike. Have you heard back from the Chancellor?
Unfortunately not yet, but I'm here and we're ready for him, and we'd love to take him on that journey and help him build his fitness as he's building the economy back.
Now, you started out this business originally supplying gyms and sort of specialist sports teams only. What made you sort of pivot towards selling to the wider public?
Yeah, we always had a bit of a consumer arm to our business, but really we started to see that shift post the Olympics in 2012 when cycling got a big boom, and we started to see that shift over the coming years beyond there. So we started a project to get a consumer product called Wattbike Atom, and we launched that in 2017 to really push the brand forward, get into people's homes, and allow people to train whether at home, whether in the gym, in a hotel, wherever they go, they can continue their fitness journey.
I read one review that contrasted you and Peloton, and it made the point that you're really for sort of hardcore, serious cyclists, whereas Peloton is perhaps for people who are more sort of oriented towards the entertainment side of things. Is that a fair sort of description of the two of you and your various merits?
I think from our heritage point of view, the fact that we've worked out elite sports and performance sport, and we're definitely more to the intrinsically motivated. If you've got a goal that you've set yourself and you want to improve your health and fitness, then we're the product for you. But I don't think we are definitely stretching beyond that. We have a great product that everybody can use, and so particularly if you have a goal in mind and you want to be able to see your improvements. You know, if you're on a Peloton product, you're not seeing those improvements, you're not seeing the work that you put in. So the work you put into one bike, you'll get more out of it.
But are you tempted at all to dilute the product or make something that might not be directed at such a sort of hardcore cycling audience?
I think what we can do along our journey now is look at the touch points in the products. I think the way we measure within the product, the way we work, needs to remain the same. I think data will become, the health data you're producing will become more important to people. Having that health passport, essentially, to seeing how you're progressing, to making sure that you are healthy for your future. That's only being embraced more, and we've seen that through COVID, how people are prepared to invest in their health and their fitness. So it's important that we keep that, but I think we can look at some of the softer features around the product to allow us to stretch a wider audience.
Now, you're speaking to us from Nottingham, of course, a city with a great cycling
Rally.
heritage, the home of rally bikes, of course. How many people are you employing now?
We're now at about 85 people. We've probably grown about 30% in our people since this time last year. So we're growing at quite a rate of knots.
And do you have a big employment hiring plans?
Yeah, we've gone through some big processes, say, over the last 12 months, and we've got some big plans over the next 12 to 24 months, particularly as we look to grow the brand in the UK and we start to internationalise our business. We'll look to employ internationally as well.
Now, Rich, I was looking up your career details last night. You started your working life in the army. You were in the army for 7 years. Did you ever envisage becoming a businessman?
I'd always had an interest. I think at that stage I was probably a bit more blinkered in my approach to life, but soon realised that there's a wider world out there, and ultimately working in health and fitness was always a driver for me, and then behind that was always like getting behind a big brand and driving that forward. You probably noticed I went from the forces, I went into a company called Gym, a global fitness brand, but I noticed then that actually there's lots of opportunity to really do this a better way, and that's where Wattbike came from.
All right, Rich, well, it's great to talk to you this morning. Do let us know if the Chancellor gets back to you. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you very much. Thanks for your time.